Hey, it's Joe Fear from GetThriveCart.com, and in this video, we're going to do the most in-depth ThriveCart walkthrough that's available anywhere, I'm pretty sure of. And it's the most up-to-date because stuff's changing all the time with ThriveCart. So in this video, you're going to see all of the main features. I mean, there's literally hundreds. So we're not going to show every single one, but we're going to show you the most important features that you need to know to see if ThriveCart's the best checkout tool for you. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so right when you log into ThriveCart for the very first time, you're going to see a dashboard that looks similar to this. Now, obviously, you're not going to have any transactions coming through yet, so you're pretty much going to be zeroed out, and you're not going to see any graphs here. But over time, once you start getting some people buying your products and joining, you're going to start seeing these graphs fill up. You're going to see these stats start to break out a lot, and some really cool stuff happen. But in this video, to start off, before we dig into all the minute features, let's just walk you through actually creating a very first product with ThriveCart, and you'll start to learn all of the different features along the way. So it's very simple. Everything is done very linearly inside of ThriveCart. So they make it super simple to just walk through in a straight path to actually do everything, so you're not missing any steps along the way. It makes it a lot easier. So for this product, I'm just going to make kind of a little dummy product based off of an audiobook that we have for sale. So we start off right here under this products tab, and then under the options tag right here. And first of all, we're going to start with a product name. I'm just going to paste it over here for my doc just for speed. So you can see right there, that is going to be our product name. And it automatically creates this checkout URL, which is going to lead people to our checkout page. So for the descriptive label, I'm just going to use the same exact thing. And don't worry, this is just something that's an identifier to us, ourselves. The actual customers aren't going to see that. It doesn't really matter either way. But if you want to use something unique, you can definitely put something there. Now, we can kind of designate which the owner of the product is. You can have multiple users inside of ThriveCart with the upgraded license. So that's why you can then pick an owner to kind of delegate their role. You know, if you want certain invoices to come from certain people or any other features. There's a whole bunch of different things, and you could find that inside of the settings on top. Now, for this product status, you could do disabled. If you don't want to have that product online, you could do test mode if you want to test some test payments and stuff, or you could just go straight to live. That's what we're going to do in this video. Now let's hit next, and you can see that just moves us to the tab, the pricing tab from that options, and it kind of moves along. So what's really cool with ThriveCart is that you can designate a line of different currencies inside of, or for your checkout process there. So different currencies are being added all the time based off of the demand just on the different users that we have currently. So expect this list to keep growing. But we're going to just start with dollars for this one. And what's really cool is pricing. The features here have really been expanded a lot. So of course we can do a one-time fee. We could, let's just call it $7. And you can even have a trial period if you have some kind of recurring piece to this product. Obviously this one we don't, but let's just do a quick example. Let's say if we had a trial period, let's do a subscription for one, and let's say it was billed at a monthly frequency, but you could see you have all these different options. Let's say the monthly price is just $7, and that is also today's price. Well, for this example, let's say we do have a trial period of 7 days, let's call it. And then, the number of rebills are indefinite, but you can also have a custom ending time if you wish. So you can actually put the number of rebills. Let's just put 4 in there just for a super simple example. I wanted to show you how cool and simple setting up subscriptions are usually very complicated. But for this, it gives you a nice little description that says, okay, so your customer is going to be charged $7 immediately for their 7-day trial. So they will get charged $7 today, or you can actually make that a total trial and just say, hey, it's free right now for 7 days. But then after that 7 days, it's $7 per month. And that's going to happen 4 times. with a total amount paid to $28. So it kind of gives you a nice summary of what that offer looks like. A lot of different checkout platforms kind of make it a little confusing when you're setting up these parameters here. But for the payment types, you can see all the different types. We have that one-time fee. We have the subscription. You can actually have a split pay option. So you can have, a variety of payment options here to make it, maybe it's a high-level product. You can then split things out in multiple payments. And then also you can have pay your own price. So these are just for creative things. It could be for fundraising or just maybe some kind of charity or nonprofit thing, or just a product that you want to just let people go at. Maybe it's some digital product where obviously there's not a lot of overhead and stuff. You could do a pay your own price with a minimum. And so it's kind of unique there. But you can see here, let's just stick with the one time. And we're going to go $7, no trial for this one. And you can see if you did have a physical product or if you wanted to put in some scarcity, right now it's set at unlimited, but you could limit this to however number you want. Let's just call it 100 here. And then we'll hit next. And you can see that is the pricing option, and we're just going to allow one purchase at a time. But if we wanted to, we can allow people to purchase more at one time. Obviously, it doesn't make sense for this audiobook, but you can sell something like a mug or a t-shirt, something like that, and then have people actually purchase more at one time. So let's save that. What's really cool is with the pricing option, not only can you just add in that one option, you can actually add in some other options. So let's say for one, we want to do a split pay. And this isn't really going to make a lot of sense, obviously, but let's call it $100 split into, it's two payments of $100 totaling $200. Doesn't make sense for this specific product, but I'm just going to show you some examples, of just how you can put different payment options inside of ThriveCart for the same checkout. So right here, you could see you can actually name the name of that actual payment option on your checkout page. Leaving it the same is probably clear enough. And now you can see you have two different options for payment for that same product. And you can move these around if you want one to be more the default or not. And you can do it that way. And you can also set a quantity, like I was saying. And you can also set out of stock options. So if you did want to say, hey, this one payment option is just no longer available, you can actually write a custom message right here explaining why. You could do a redirect or a countdown, all these different things to make this page really dynamic and then increase scarcity, which is really cool. So after you set your pricing, you can actually have ThriveCart calculate all of the digital sales tax automatically for you. So you can just select that and then select the category you have. This one is audiobook, but you can see there's all a load of things here. So let's do audiobook. We'll do next. And you could say, do not collect tax in a local country, or you do not want to collect EU's VAT tax. So it gives you a lot of options, and you could just, you can, based off of what you want to do legally, you have a lot of things here. I'm just going to turn this off for now, but just know that that is an option, and that helps a lot of people out when it comes to tax and actually kind of organizing all that for you. Now, the very last thing is to customize your invoice. So for some products, you want to deliver the actual product inside the invoice. So for this audiobook, I'm just going to say, I'm just going to paste this message in there and say, hey, upon purchase, they're going to get this message that says, here's the direct link to download the audiobook. It's at Dropbox, this custom link. So that is one way you can deliver a product right away. You don't have to do it this way. I will show you another way. Another option inside of the invoice is to put an upsell of some sort, or maybe a cross-sell to a different product. This is one of kind of the overlooked places. Some people don't put an offer or put some kind of cool way to direct them into maybe a Facebook group, for instance. That's one thing that you can do. And you can also put a logo in here and kind of make it a little bit more professional. So we're just going to hit save. And now we're done with this pricing page. We're going to next on the bottom. And now we have this bump option right here. So this is a bump offer. We're going to click yes here, or just that tick box. So basically on the checkout page, you're going to have this little box here that is an offer that people could just select and then add this to their order. So let's call this, I'm just going to say the Evergreen Wisdom Book. So let's assume that, they're on the page to buy the audiobook, but we say, hey, why not buy the actual book itself for, say, $10? So we'll say for $10, you can just buy this book. This amazing offer. This is an amazing book. And special one-time offer. Special offer of only $10. And a few lines. You obviously could put more of a description here if you wish. You're kind of limited on the amount of characters, which is nice because it actually makes it a very simple offer. And we see a lot of conversions here. It's a very high conversion rate. So you kind of want to make it like a no-brainer. You don't really want to have people really think too hard about this bump offer. It's kind of an impulse buy, boom, adds it to the order, and they're ready to go. So that's all you got to do there. We'll throw into we'll go into more of the details of how that's fulfilled after in a couple of different steps here. So let's hit next. Now we're going to talk about payment processors. And ThriveCart really allows you to integrate with a whole bunch of different processors. We'll get into that in a minute here under the integration settings. But for this specific product, you can select any payment processor that you have already integrated. So for this one, I'm going to put Stripe, PayPal, and Apple Pay. So you can actually integrate multiple payment accounts, which is really cool. So you can actually select which one you want this product to actually go to put the money into, which is really cool. Makes it very clean if you have multiple products, maybe with different product owners or partners, inside your company. And something here which is really cool is Apple Pay. So ThriveCart is absolutely amazing in that it allows people to actually purchase on their iPhones or iPads with their thumbprint, which is extremely unique when it comes to checkout platforms. And you actually see a lot of people use it, which is really cool. So let's hit save. And now we're going to go hit to next. And then affiliates. So this is also a massive way to increase your revenue and get people to promote your stuff. So for this one, let's just say, yes, I want affiliates to promote this product. And we can actually set some commissions based off of how much we want to pay people out. So we could just say, yeah, it's going to be the same commissions for all, or you can actually change it depending on which pricing option your customer chose. So let's just keep it at a percentage. You can obviously change that to a flat fee if you wish. Let's call it 50% commissions, and same with the bump offer as well. We'll pay out 50% commissions. And how should they get paid? We can either do it manually, we can do it instantly, which is very nice. It's kind of an incentive to affiliates to promote you harder too. And it's like one less thing you have to do. You don't have to actually pay people out. It's just kind of done automatically. Or you can do these other options here. So let's just do instantly and hit save. So we have those aspects up here for the affiliate stuff. For the actual affiliate options, you can really dig into some details here. So let's say, when people are signing up, we can auto approve, manual, or just disable new people from signing up. You could do last cookie, first cookie, and you could do lifetime for that cookie expiry, or you can put some time links to it there. And you can also do, requiring people to connect their PayPal accounts so you can then pay them out, without any issues. Or you can actually pay them out in a different mean like checks or some kind of direct deposit. PayPal is definitely the easiest and low maintenance. And then for the actual target URL, so you could specify a sales page for affiliates to use, so all their traffic gets directed. So let's call it something like we'll call it Evergreen Wisdom. And let's just say that's the sales page for this actual product. This will then put this in the affiliate database, and then they'll have their own custom link that points to this page so they can get credit. So it's really cool. The affiliate center is very robust. I'll get into that in a minute here. That's actually on top. So let's hit next again. Now we're going to be at this fulfillment tab. This is when people complete their order. Now this is how the product's actually given to the customers. So first thing you want to do is put a support email address inside of here. So I'll put in ours. And you have two options. So you can either deliver the product with a link directly to the product to download. So it could be something like a Dropbox link or maybe just a page on your website. You could do that. That is very simple. And you could say it's the same for all pricing options or specify a different link depending on the pricing option that they chose. So let's just do this the same. Let's call it that same Dropbox link. I'm just going to put this kind of dummy link in here. And let's say that we want that URL to expire. Let's give them 2 days. And that way, after that 2 days has passed, this link is no longer available to the customer, and that kind of prevents this thing from being pirated and passed around to all their friends. So obviously, if they needed the link again, they can just reach out to your support. And same with the success URL. So we'll want to just put in a link to download the book. In that one, I'm just going to put a dummy link to Evergreen Profit /book. And that's actually not a real URL that gets that, but you know what I mean. So anybody who actually selects that bump offer will then get also directed to this link here to download their purchase. Now, if you wanted to actually put a physical product in here, if you wanted to have this fulfilled by Kunaki, which is a DVD/CD kind of service with some other stuff, just click that, and then you can actually integrate your account with them inside of here. We're not going to do that for this example. We're just going to hit next. And now we get into the good stuff. So this is when we're actually designing our checkout pages, and you can see the variety of options. And even though you only see 4 here, you can actually do a lot with these, which is really cool. So let's start off with the 2-step process here. We like kind of these two, but there's uses for all of these. So you can see we have the tall checkout. We have this 2-step thing where it actually asks for information, personal information, address, phone number if you wish, and then the contact details. This is really good for any kind of cart abandonment email series that you can actually do automatically inside of ThriveCart, where you capture information first and then ask for the payment details. This one down here, the embeddable, actually spits out a line of code for you to put this checkout page on your own page. So let's imagine that you're building your own WordPress page or ClickFunnels sales page with, and you kind of want to put the checkout page right there embedded inside the page. This is what you would use. So you design the actual checkout page inside of ThriveCart, and then you would just embed that code into the page of your own choosing. And then you have this pop-up option, which is kind of the most limited looking checkout page that you have. It all obviously serves a purpose. It's one that really doesn't need a lot of explanation. It doesn't need testimonials and guarantees and things like that. It's just kind of bare bones to the basics. Some people like that as well. So when, you can actually give people a button code and they can click the button and then this thing pops up. So that's one option. But let's start with the 2-step just to show you what this looks like. Now, in this section, you can actually customize this checkout page completely. So let's start with the cart header. And we're going to put in a logo in here just to keep it easy. And let's go with this logo here. Doesn't look that good, but this is just because it's a transparent. It's going to look good once it's loaded. Don't you worry. And let's see here. Yes. Well, we don't want to put a tagline, but you can see you could put a tagline if you wish. I'm just going to deselect that for now. But you can also put a heading for the checkout page. So right below the logo, it's going to have a header. So let's say, get this book now. And then hit save. And what's really cool is you can put a really, really nice little piece of scarcity in here with a countdown timer. So we can say, yes, want to add that to the top. And you have a whole range of options. So you can actually select a specific date that you want this countdown timer to kind of count down to. Then you could select the date of your choosing. Or you could say, okay, after this specific person lands on the checkout page once, we can actually make a custom countdown timer to that person. So let's just give them 1 day. And once that time happens, you can actually have it replaced with the message, or you can redirect to a different page. Maybe it's like a closed down page with a different offer, or you can actually reset the countdown time to just kind of keep doing it. So it's an evergreen countdown. And let's just type don't miss out. And you can even customize. So when this countdown actually ends, you could put a different message here. Don't worry, we have something else that you'll love. And we can make this, any of these colors. We've always found that the bright colors are nice, so let's go with the red one. And let's hit save. Okay, now that we're working down, I always like to kind of work on the left side, so we can edit these requested fields. You can ask for the customer's business name. Yes, no, mandatory, optional. We're just going to say don't collect. Yes, let's collect the person's name, first and last name. We do want to get their address just because of the payment info that's required. We don't need their phone number, but if you want to, you could definitely ask for it. And you can actually add terms and conditions. And you can see it right here. You could type them all out. And if you do require those, maybe it's like your refund policy or something like that, you can then, it'll basically put a little tick box on the checkout page that's required for them to agree to before completing their purchase. We'll just do a no for this one here and click save. And then down here on the left-hand side, we have these custom check boxes. So you can actually put these on your page here, and you could see that basically these are different things that kind of signify what you're going to give them. So, you can say like, yeah, add me to your marketing emails or something like that. Any other options you want people to kind of select before they purchase, this gives you another option to do so here. And then going on down, you can actually edit that buy button itself. So say, yes, send it to me. For the book, you could change that obviously to a different color. And then you can also do, since this is a two-step checkout, you can actually have this button kind of do, say something else. So let's say, head to next step. Oops, that was too long. Go to step 2. Let's just do that. And then we'll hit save. And now on the top right, we can actually put a box shot for our product inside of here. So let's add in the box shot that we have. Boom, there it is. And hit save. Now in this one, we can actually put different testimonials if we wish. So I'm just going to put Mr. Smith. This book was great. And for the actual person's image, I don't have a good image just right at hand, but let's just put that in just for filler, just so you can see what it looks like. Miss Washington. I loved this book. And we can I'm just going to put in the same image in there as an example, hit save. And now you can actually add a guarantee in here if you wish. You could see some pre-selected stuff that's already here. And let's just do, we'll do the encrypted checkout seal, hit save. And lastly, you could change your language, the entire language for the entire cart to these languages here. Again, we will add some more. ThriveCart's going to keep adding some more languages as their kind of demand is coming through. But these are the kind of the biggies right now that have been working really well for folks. Now let's hit next. And this is now the page that people will see after they complete their purchase. So at the very top is that we want to put a headline, say congrats on your audio book. And let's just say get it below. That's the subhead. Let's hit next. Inside of here, you could put in a video if you wish, and that can come from YouTube, Easy Video Player, Easy Video Suite, Vimeo, things like that. You just paste that right inside of here and then it'll fit it. And you can actually add some body text as well. So you can kind of point people to that actual product name. You can maybe give them just a quick little instructions on how to get it or anything else you want. Maybe you can cross promote into something else. So you can see right here, this is where people are going to get the book. So let's see, get the book or the audio book now. And then for this one, this is for the people who take you up on the bump offer. So let's say get the book now. So they can then get redirected to the actual file to download and get access to. And the very next is that you can now add tracking, which is really cool. So tracking is it has a lot of integrations and it goes really deep with ThriveCart. So if we do want to add some tracking, look at all the options that you have. So you can actually put analytics, Google Analytics, Facebook Pixels, and all that stuff. And you can kind of specify if you want it product-wide or if you want it on all of your checkouts or on specific payment options. You can really get detailed if you want to on your tracking. So I'm not going to go into the details here. We have a lot of other videos at getthrivecart.com about things like this. But definitely this is very powerful. Don't overlook it if you want to really get some good numbers on your stuff. Okay, I'm actually going to go back really fast to the fulfillment tab. I just remembered that I only showed you one option here. It's direct linking. The other option, just to kind of go back really quick, is that you can integrate with any membership platform that is inside of ThriveCart, which there are a ton. So I'm going to get into the different integrations in a minute. But just see that whatever you do integrate yourself to, you can then select that membership platform right here from the dropdown. And then from in there, so right now we use Teachable to deliver a lot of our content. You can then drop down, if you have multiple Teachable sites within their thing there, you can select which one. And then there's a whole bunch of different options here. I'm going to show you the different integrations in a minute. Sorry, I missed that one, but that just there's definitely a lot of options to fulfill your product as you get going. Okay, I'm going to go back to the tracking. So this was our last step. We're going to hit next. And now we're getting into this last tab that's called behavioral rules. This is another pretty in-depth thing that we can get into, and you can get a whole video, multiple videos at getthrivecart.com. Just search for customer behavior or behavior rules. But really quick, basically you can now start to add and segment people based on their actions that they take inside of ThriveCart. So you could see here, setting up our first rule, when your customer purchases the main product, or maybe ticks your checkbox, or refunds, or abandons, or declines, all these different options, you can easily segment people automatically into a different, and you can see different payment options. You can segment them into different autoresponders, different lists, different tags, all sorts of different things. Whatever you really want to do, you can figure out how to automate it inside of ThriveCart here. Add or remove tasks, lists, automations, so many things. So we're not going to get into all of those options here, but you can just see what you have at your disposal with ThriveCart. Okay, so now that we have that all done, your product has been made. And without me kind of going through all the details, literally that could have taken you like 3 minutes to set up. So really doesn't take long. It was just because I was chatting it up. So here's our example of the two-step. You could see we have step 1, step 2 is kind of grayed out. But at top, we have that URL. We have your headline here, countdown timer that's counting down to the end of the day. And then we have all the contact information on the left-hand side. So I'm just going to fill it in really quick. Joe Fear, Joe at evergreenprofits.com. And I'm in California. I'm just going to put a Joe Way in San Diego. And okay. And yeah, sure. Send me some marketing emails. And let's go to next step. And boom, here we go. So now we're at step 2. You can see everything on the right side stayed the same. But now we immediately have 2 options to pay for this. And you can see how it dynamically changes it on the right-hand side depending on what you choose. Obviously, these payment options don't make a lot of sense in terms of it financially, but you can just see how it works. And you can also see our little our scarcity here, our countdown to the quantities that we have for that payment option. And again, you can specify that depending on the option. So here you can have either use a credit card or PayPal, depending on what your customer wants to do, because you're integrated for both. And then you enter your payment information. And if you want to take them up on the bump offer, people just tick this box, and you can see right there, it just added $10 to the order. And it would do that to both of these. You could see, boop, boop, kind of goes away. But that's the bump offer. It's very simple to just add some more revenue per customer that way. So really quick, I'm just going to show you if we go back to edit product settings, go to the checkout page, and let's say if we want to change this back to the tall one-step checkout, let's just do that. Click save URL. Then we're going to go back, refresh this page, and boom. You can see now this is how it changed. Literally just with a couple clicks, you completely revamp the entire page here. Now everything is on one page. It still is dynamically changing on the right-hand side. And it's very smooth. So that is kind of your ThriveCart page. It's super slick. And let's dig into a few of the other features before really signing you off, because again, there are loads of features in here. So when it comes to coupons, you do have the option to make some really cool coupons. We have some more videos that really dig into these, but let's just create a fast coupon. Let's call it audio book. Actually, that is to just identify it to myself, but here let's just type in audio. That's going to be the code for the coupon. Let's enable it, and we can do a percentage discount. Let's call it 50% off, and it applies to the entire funnel. And let's go next. It's immediately redeemable. You can actually set a date, or you can disable it whenever you want. Let's just keep it like that. You can actually use this for affiliates as well to help track affiliate sales. So you can actually have your your affiliates use coupons to sell your products and get a commission. That's really unique and it's super cool. And let's disable this thing after 100 uses. And so it puts a little bit of scarcity into that one. Let's make it just for all the products, just for the sake of this video. And you can even add some more behavioral rules to this, which is really cool. So I'm just going to show this in action really fast. Oop. I'm able to create this because... Oh, let me go back really fast and just select this product, audio book. Boom, there we go. Had to select the product. Okay, so if we go back here now, I'm going to refresh the page. And now we can see there's a coupon box on the right side. So let's type in audio and apply, and boom. Now we could see that discount right there. Just took off $3.50. Obviously for this option, it's going to take down $50 per payment, which is really cool. And it'll even do that for the bump offer. You can see here. Oop, there we go. And so that coupon offer is really cool, or that coupon feature that is super snazzy. So that's a good thing to test around with, and you can actually expand your marketing with some really cool stuff that way. Okay, I'm going to skip transactions for now and head over to affiliates, because affiliates are just, there's a lot of stuff you could do with affiliate management right here. Now, for this specific account that I'm in, we don't have any affiliates for our products, but you can just kind of see what it looks like if you did. So this would be kind of the dashboard that you see. You can see how all of your affiliates are doing. You can see some stats in here. You can see the top products, top affiliates. And you can actually dig into your affiliates and see all of their stats. So there's, if you did have affiliates, you would have a list of different people here, and you could dig into each one. And then kind of, these are kind of blurred out right here, but it's basically a name and email address. You can approve, reject. You can dig into their profile. You can even dig into, how many clicks they're sending, sales, conversion rates, things like that, and kind of see how they're doing. And there's a whole bunch of different rules, product options rules. So just know that you have a lot to work with when it comes to affiliates when you get ThriveCart. So it's really, really helpful. Now for settings. Integrations are probably one of the biggest questions that people have, and there are a ton of integrations. So you can see there's a whole list of things. You have from payments, autoresponders, membership platforms, webinars, fulfillment centers, different notifications, other apps that you can connect third party. And then you have Zapier, which basically allows you to connect anything you want that's not already natively integrated. So for payment integrations, you can see these are the biggies right now. So we have Authorize.net, PayPal, and Stripe. And you can basically integrate all of your accounts this way. You can even integrate multiple of the same account, which is really cool. So if you have multiple Stripe accounts or PayPal accounts, earlier you can designate, like I was saying when making that product, you can actually designate which Stripe account or PayPal account you want that money to go to. So that's really cool. This is how you set it up initially. Now for autoresponders, you can see all of the natively integrated ones. We have ActiveCampaign, Aweber, ConvertKit, Drip, GetResponse, HubSpot, Infusionsoft, MailChimp, MailerLite, and Entreport. Those are all the native ones, but do keep in mind that you can integrate with anything based off of HTML and APIs that way. So don't feel like you're limited if your autoresponder is not in here. And back over here, it's very simple to do so as well. You could see, you could just go to settings and, actually, there we go. Let's go here. So each integration has its own little video that walks you through how to integrate it. So it's super simple to do that. Each video is kind of different, or you have a different step to follow depending on which integration you're working with. Membership platforms, similar type of thing. You have these integrations right now, more being added very often. I mean, ThriveCart, there's a lot of updates happening pretty much all the time. So you could see, if you wanted to integrate wishlist member, again, there's a video with some different instructions down here to follow. So going back here and going back, we have, different webinar platforms, fulfillment, all these different things. Zapier has a very in-depth app. Basically, if you want more of this info, definitely go to getThriveCart.com and you're going to see a load of videos. You could just search for this stuff if you want a greater detail about this all. And transactions are the very last thing. So I'm going to select the audiobook and go to all time for this account. Let's see here. Oh, sorry. I want to go to a different one that we created in this account. So I just wanted to show you some stats, what it looks like when you start to get sales. You're going to start seeing, you have your gross revenue, any of the refunds, sales tax if you're collecting it, commissions based on, any affiliates that you might have, your net, total transactions, customers, order value, refunds, refund rate. Basically, all the vital numbers you need to know about your business are in one snapshot right here, which is really cool. And again, these names and email addresses are blurred out, but you can basically see all of your customer data. You can dig into more of their data by clicking the More button. You can see their info up here. You can make them an affiliate if you wish. The lifetime value box on the right-hand side is actually really cool once you start to figure out, okay, which of my customers are actually spending the most money with me. And maybe you can make them an affiliate. You can reach out to them or give them a special offer of some sort. But you can see all the products they've purchased over their time, individual purchases, you have subscriptions, and you kind of have like this overview snapshot of that specific person. So lots and lots of different details you could do to kind of zero in on what's working best for you and inside of ThriveCart. But without going, for another hour or two, that is the nutshell of, that's kind of what ThriveCart gives you, and it's a load of stuff. But you can see that basically to create a checkout, it only took about 3 minutes or so if you cut out all my, yapping about the product and all that stuff. And you can literally be up and running with the product ASAP. So definitely, ThriveCart is extremely powerful. There's no other competitor out there that even comes close to what ThriveCart gives you, especially with the amount of integrations. The customer support is top notch. You'll get a response, every single day. They're pretty much always around. And then you have all these groups and people to help you out as well. So definitely, if you don't have ThriveCart yet, get it at GetThriveCart.com. And, we have a load of bonuses and specials, and we'll even help you kind of walk you through any questions you might have. We have our own live chat. So being certified partners, we kind of have a lot of stuff that we can help you with. So definitely go to GetThriveCart.com. Get it right now while it's hot, and start making some money with ThriveCart. It's good stuff. So I'll talk to you soon. This is Joe Fear, and see you later.